Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Summa Social Elite, hosted by yours truly, Donna Newman of Summa Social. We've had a lot of new clients over this course of the last 2 months from various industries. Some like dentistry, real estate, authors, auto mechanics, restaurants, and they have launched their social media specifically on Facebook. The common oversight that they don't take advantage of is the photo album feature. So today I'm sharing with you 5 steps, 5 simple steps to be able to creating a photo album. And this will help you deliver value to your fans that not only will be evident on Facebook, but it will also help with your email campaigns, and it will help you feed the search engines with valuable content so that when keywords within your photo album titles, captions, or descriptions are also put within the search engines, your photo album itself, along with key photos, can actually be pulled up on the top of the search engine results. It's pretty cool. But before we turn the spotlight on these 5 steps to creating a photo album, let me just encourage you that if you've got a nagging social media question or you just need a little insight and assurance, we're always here to help you. We've got a virtual training center in our Summa Social dashboard that is 24/7. It's loaded with quick start how-to videos and ebooks that you can easily download. And I promise you, these ebooks are full of images so that you'll feel exactly well navigated through the exact steps. Then our YouTube channel has engaging training videos that walk you through the exact steps and how to be successful with social media marketing. Or you could just do the old-fashioned thing and call us. Call us at 480-314-4101. And during our time together, if you've got any pressing question or questions, place it within either the chat box or inside of the questions box. And then I'll address all of these questions throughout the time that we're together and certainly at the end. As well, I develop the weekly webinar topics based upon client questions asked earlier in the week. That way, our time together on Thursday mornings is always relevant to what's exactly happening to you. When we look at why we would even post a photograph album in the first place, we got to go back to the core value of what is the essential element that is shown and shared and engaged with time and time again, 10 to 1 than any other asset. And that happens to be images. It is the #1 visual element on Facebook. 10 to 1, there are 10 more images shared to any other link and any other text. And then here's some very solid trivia that it's really a bit alarming because it's hard to believe that images would be this pronounced. But well over 1 billion or 100 billion photos were uploaded to Facebook, which amounts to 20% of all photos taken in 2013. And that's kind of a shocking statement. Not too alarming in the sense that probably when you go in your news feed every day, you're finding that nearly everything is an image, but shocking in the sense that that is what people want and that is what people engage with. So when you realize that and you connect that with your business, more times than not, now from this point forward, every time that you're going to be making a post or you're going to be sending it out an email campaign or a text or any constant contact email campaign through there or top producer, you'll want to allow that text to be supported by a very engaging photograph. That way it'll get clicked on and it will also get read. Then you look at the volume of pictures on Facebook, 10,000 plus times larger than the Library of Congress. And that was a huge crossroad when that happened. And then in the last year, you've probably heard that Facebook bought Instagram, and they did that because they wanted to add all kinds of cool filters, more accessories, more ways to doctor up your photographs, so that when your Facebook photos were added, it didn't just add as an image, but you could actually create grids of photographs, 2, 3, 4, 8, etc., and within one image. And that's a feature that attracted well over 30 million people to Instagram within a very short record of time to become members of Instagram, which then, of course, encouraged Facebook that buying Instagram was a really good deal. And then you look at another social media platform that has gone on the stage pretty quickly. And if you're not familiar with this, certainly no matter what industry you're in, and the industries that I've recently worked with in the last 6 months who have hugely benefited from Pinterest, because it's a site whose primary content is based upon sharing photographs, is realtors, authors, restaurants, celebrities, speakers. And the reason that people can benefit from Pinterest is that anytime you have a new listing generated through your IDX hosted by your website, or you've got a brand new blog, or you have a brand new video speaking topic, you can actually go into the platform hosting those assets, like your website, for example, click a button called Pin It, and then it links back to your Pinterest so that your video, your listing, or your photograph from your website is actually hosted within a photo album of Pinterest. And now you're exposing all of your assets to a brand new audience that comes back and is supported by your website. So your branding is 100% there. So let's look at these 5 steps, and they're really simple, but sometimes they get to be a little complicated if you're new to Facebook, or if you just don't know this initial caveat. There are 2 ways to access your page when you log into Facebook, and there's 2 different reasons for going one of the 2 routes. First, when you log into Facebook, you always land on the news feed of your personal profile. And that news feed is identified by the word home. It is essentially an aggregate or a live bulletin board that shows all of your friends' most recent posts. And then from there, you have 2 unique ways to enter your business page wall. And you can see in the top right corner where I have the yellow circle, where the gear is, that's one of the first ways. If you enter this way, you enter your business page as an admin, meaning that anytime that you post on that business page wall or in the business page newsfeed, you will be posting the profile pic as the business page. Then, and then also, anytime that you have inside of the home, all of the home aggregate of content will be from other business pages. And this way you can only interact with another business page. You can't have your business page tagging or commenting on other friends' personal comments that they have made. So this is kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde experience. When you go to the top right corner, you are operating, let's call it a Superman and Clark Kent. You are operating as Superman. And then when you go to the bottom left, you see there's a left navigation column, and you see under Pages, Summa Social. If I enter this way, I enter as Clark Kent, meaning I'm entering as my person. There are 2 things to keep in mind here. When you enter this second way, you are going to be, whenever you write on the wall of the business page, you will always stamp the wall as the profile pic from the business page. So you are still the admin. However, when you go off your business page wall, you will be posting as your personal profile. When you're at your business page, you can @tag any friend of yours inside of a photo album, inside of a comment. You can invite them to like your page. So the benefits of going to the top right corner would be if you want your business page to be connecting and talking with other business pages. If you connect the bottom left corner, you want to do that because you want to invite your friends to like your business page. You want to invite them to comment on a specific post. You want to invite them to like a photo album. If that's a little bit complicated, I'd really recommend you go in and just try the difference. And then once you've experienced it, it will be something you'll always remember, and you'll see firsthand the differences. So after you've come into your business page, one of those two routes, you're going to be coming to your photo album. And that is the first fixed application box right underneath your cover banner. And a word to that, you have 4 application boxes. Underneath mine, you can see I have left to right, photos, free ebook and tools, watch and sign up, and then click for strategy. So the fixed application on the left is photos. You can never change that one to be the second, third, or fourth in the lineup. However, you can change position number 2, 3, 4, and then all of those underneath. So you can see that 5 with a drop-down caret. Well, there you would go ahead and click on it, and in the top right corner of each of those application boxes, you would see a little pencil, which would allow you to drag and drop, rearrange, rename, and then you can determine which of the second, third, and fourth you would like to have visible. So when you're coming into your photo album, the benefit of having photos here is that every time you upload a photo or an album, your images will permanently archive within this photo app, as well as there are 4 other things that happen. It stamps your wall, it enters the newsfeed of all of your fans. Each of the photo albums and each of the photos themselves have a unique URL for sharing. And then finally, each of the photos allow for captions that are filled with live links and tags that you can actually tag your friends with. So this is to the point of entering the second way to your business page. You can add tag your friends and further expand your exposure for that specific photo album. So now you're looking at how do you create an exact album. Going through the steps are pretty easy, and I'll walk you through them, but I'd encourage you to try it on your own, and once you do, you'll find that it's a cinch to be able to replicate. So uploading your photos from your computer. First, in this particular image, you see there's a yellow circle, the red arrow. When you click on your photo album, you'll be taken to this page where if you don't have any photo albums or any photos uploaded, then you won't see those icons. Like I've got photo albums of videos, media coverage that we'd secured for other clients. We were featured in Inc. magazine. And then we have other photo albums below that. But here, to upload a photo album, go ahead and just click Add Photos. And then also, kind of a side note, if you're uploading any videos, you always enter this way as well. So this entry or this portal allows you to either upload photos into an album or upload a video. And then once you have picked the image files that you want to upload from your desktop, from any file within your computer, you'll go ahead and pick either one or multiple photos all at once. And to do the multiple photos, I've learned from experience, you want to hold down the control button on your PC or the command button on your Mac while clicking through the image files. And then just follow the prompting steps that will take you all the way to allowing those photo albums to, or those photos to be uploaded to that specific album. And it pretty much is a cinch. It happens very quickly. Videos, however, they can take quite a while, and you can upload no more than 15 minutes to a video. Once you've done that, you will be prompted to this page. So Facebook will bring up all of your photos in your album, and this example here is media coverage that we've secured for clients. So I uploaded all of the photos for the specific clients that we had secured coverage for. And you're going to do a couple of things. First of all, while your photo album is pending to be uploaded, or maybe it's already got all the images loaded, you can go ahead and take advantage of that downtime by going over to the headline. And I would encourage you to keep it under 50 to 60 characters because after that number of characters, you are going to have an ellipse that will appear. And if you want the title to be real prominent and to be easily read within the collection of other photo albums, you'll want it to fit within that tight character count. I'd recommend 50. So here we wrote media coverage secured for clients. And then after that, we put in a description. We labeled it with benefits. We labeled it, this is what we do. This is how it happens. And then within each of those photo albums, we have identified within the caption the exact client that it was for. We put a link to either their website that we designed or a link to their Facebook page that we helped them with. And then it tells exactly how we did it, what their focus is. And then sometimes there's also a link to Summa Social so that they could look at our website and maybe be encouraged to buy services from us as well. So when you are waiting for your files to be fully uploaded, adding an album title and description is important if you, and here you want to know that if you fill it up with keywords that people would normally use to search for your industry or for you, then you likely will have your photo album pulled up as a drop down in the search engines. And then another prompting that you're going to be given is you're going to use the audience selector. And this is where Facebook wants you to choose who can see the album. And kind of a note here is if you want to tag people, namely your friends, and then their friends, once you've tagged them and they've engaged with this photo album, will be able to see the pictures that they're tagged in, as well as it will go through your friends' newsfeed, and your friends can either click on the name of your page, hyperlinking them back to this photo album, and they in turn can see what the benefit of working with you is. So it's a real groundswell opportunity to be able to expose your brand, your business, the specific benefits of using your brand to a brand new, bigger audience. And then, of course, you have a chance to be able to add the captions, add the tags, add the location for each of the photos as each one of them finishes loading up. And then the last step is once the photo album is all loaded, you have your keywords and the title, the text, the captions. Click on Post Photos, and that will stamp your wall and thread through your news feed. Then number 5 is showing off your brand. So here is what it looks like if it stamps your wall. And the reason we wanted to put keywords within the title, the caption, and the description is because it not only helps you in the search engines, but it grabs people as they are looking at your particular photo album through their news feed, and also encourages them to have a stronger call to action. We call that the sales funnel. You've gotten people to know about you, like you, and then trust you. And then when they're at that stage of trusting you, they want to do something with that trust. And if you give them a phone number, a link, a call to action to sign up, a benefit, a promotion, they will not hesitate to take advantage and act on that trust. So when you use buzzwords and links in the title and the caption, you really have a chance to emphasize the value and identify your brand. So an example that I have featured here is one of our real estate clients from North Scottsdale, and they have allowed multiple albums within their photo category to be featured in specific communities within North Scottsdale. And this particular one is Whisper Rock. So Whisper Rock in Scottsdale, Arizona is a golf lover's dream come true. They found that golf and Whisper Rock in Scottsdale, Arizona are keywords that people often put together when they're searching in an engine. And if that's the case, then their photo album itself could be a likely candidate as one of the search results. Then they've gone ahead and they've described it. So they've done it with engaging keywords. They've described it with bullets talking about the area, giving an idea of what the mood is like to spend time here or buy here. And they've even gone further into the captions of each of those photo albums, describing what lot or what part of the golf course a house with this view is listed on, what is the going price of this particular house in this neighborhood within Whisper Rock. And then they've identified some of the schools. And they've done that with bullets, they've done that with links, and then they've done that with a call to action. At the very end of some of their captions, they've even said, would you like to have a tour, a private tour of this particular home? And then they've allowed a person's name and a phone number. So sometimes I found that real estate agents, especially this example, will host a generic album that lists a specific community with photographs from homes that they have already sold. And then other times they'll list a specific community with exact live listings that has a link to their MLS for more expanded detail exposure of that particular property. And then the photographs inside there then would show multiple facets inside and outside, front and back of that particular property. So it's an added value for you to be able to showcase your property, get it sold faster. But then even when you're making that listing presentation, this is a huge benefit that probably most people are not doing, but you will more quickly sell a home and capture a listing with this advantage. And then I wanted to show you an idea. One of the most popular engaging clotheries on Facebook is Anthropology. And this is an idea that anybody can do, whether you're an author, whether you're a dentist, an auto mechanic, a real estate agent. Here is an opportunity for you to see a different approach to how to take advantage of the photo albums. So here, each photo has its own unique caption. And kind of going back to the reason why Facebook bought Instagram, well, remember one of the reasons was because they wanted to add photos and give the whole layout of a photo more opportunity than just a single image. Now you can actually, within a grid, create multiple images for a more engaging photo. So this case in point is a grid whereby Anthropology has loaded up multiple images to give the final impression of what an outfit could look like, from accessories with shoes, a bag with jewelry, a scarf. You can wear a skirt. You can wear that blouse with the skirt. You can wear the blouse with a pair of pants. So they give you multiple images, multiple outfits, and a specific idea for each. But then the clever thing is that you notice each of those images is identified with a number. And then that caption corresponds with the number and the link. So this is that link that allows you as a visitor to click on it and immediately go to their website, which is where they host their online ordering. And if you've gone through as a visitor and felt that there was this groundswell of enthusiasm and you love that particular outfit and you needed to have it, well, they don't just stop there. They want to cash in on your enthusiasm. So they give you a link so that you can immediately close the deal and place your order. And then, of course, an added benefit of the captions is that when you've engaged people, they have a chance to be able to like that photo and comment on that particular photo. So you have this growing social proof that is permanently archived and real-time added to. This is a permanent opportunity for you guys because, like Anthropology is demonstrating, Facebook is a great portal for online purchases. But what you could do is go ahead, if you were a realtor, you could actually allow this grid to be filled with multiple images of listings. And then you would have the MLS for each of those corresponding numbers. If you were an author, you might be able to put up all of the different books that you have written with the link to maybe your Amazon portal or maybe your PayPal portal. And then if you are maybe a restaurant, you'd be able to put up what your menu items are, your daily menu specials. So you would have Monday through Sunday, and each of those numbers would correspond to a link. And maybe that would be a link that they could print out a coupon if they were to bring it in, maybe a QR code that if they scanned and brought it in, they'd get a % discount off of that noon lunch, or it would be an opportunity to order it. So there's clever ideas that once you have established, that is a permanent archive. You've got permanent social proof with people engaging on it. You've taken advantage of the groundswell of enthusiasm by putting the links and closing the deal. And then this is a permanent archive that should people search for the keywords located in your description, your title, or your captions, this photo album will be brought up and obviously, since that sales cycle is very strong, it will bring them from growing their enthusiasm to closing the deal with a purchase. And then here's an example of what a local restaurateur, Carolina's, does. They've got 3 Valley locations. They've been around since the 50s. And so one of the things that they've started doing, even though they are old school when it comes to delivering quality food, they've taken advantage of being progressive when it comes to knowing that people like to be able to check in with places. They like to be able to check in with Foursquare and get discounts and deals. And then they also like to have an advantage to be able to print out coupons for daily specials. So they've gone ahead and taken advantage of catering platters. They say a little bit about themselves. They give a phone number where people can conveniently order their platters to go, whether it's for parties or it's just a dinner for a big family. And then also they promote their daily specials. So the opportunity for them is that they have actually had more business exposure. They can close the deal and have more routine visitors for their specials, more regular visitors. And then other people are talking about it, because who wouldn't want to save money and get a great meal? So it builds hunger because the images are very appealing. And you almost salivate when you click on their larger images for their enchiladas, their tacos, and their guacamole. But then it builds camaraderie, because it's something that you want to share with other people if you can get a great lunch discount. And then, of course, because of the great lunch discount, you're building brand loyalty. So images not only are shared 10 to 1 on Facebook because they're so engaging, but because you have an opportunity to be able to take a prospect from knowing about you to liking you and to trusting you. So here's the good news, kind of overall. When clients and prospects, again, they go back to any search engine like the Google, the Bing, the Yahoo, or even inside of Facebook, and they search for your general topic or your keywords, then remember that your Facebook photo albums are scrubbed by the search engines. They could be featured in the drop-down menu of options, not only for the albums themselves, but also for the individual photos because of the description within the caption. And then remember that each of those photos and each of those photo albums have a unique URL. So when, let's say you are having an email campaign, or you're just sending a single email, or you're tweeting, or you're pinning from Pinterest, you can go ahead and use images from your website, or you can use the link to your photo album and embed that within your campaign. That way, if people want to learn more about your live listings, if they want a more expanded visual view of what's happening, front yard, backyard, interior, for all of the available features of a particular listed home, they could go to your photo album and take advantage of it. Or if you're into a clothing boutique, you can have people look at what your spring lineup is and take advantage of the links and placing that early bird special order by getting a discount, and they immediately click on it and make the purchase. So not only do your photo albums feed those outside search engines with relevant content, but you get to build a personal and a business brand worth following and buying. Plus, when you add all those links within the captions for each photo, you keep your visitors' attention, you influence their purchase, and then you also give them the opportunity to take advantage of the social proof, which is they might like it, they might comment on it, and that just expands back through their newsfeed and alerts all of their friends what they had just purchased, which is a big coup and a great third-party validation to their friends that you are the brand of choice. So as I'm looking at the questions box, it looks like I have answered all of those questions as I've headed along. So, but if you have any other questions, you think about them throughout the week, whether that's specific to creating a photo album or it's about any other topic, whether it's Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, feel free to actually either send me a traditional email That's Donna at summasocial.com, or just type Summa Social into the Facebook search box, or even post your questions in the Summa Social Elite group on Facebook. And then, guys, with today's experience of being together and learning exactly how to post up Facebook photo albums and the additional resources that we're always providing for you for your social media success, you can actually take this information right after we're together and do something with it. Meaning that these steps, once you've done them once or twice, they'll come like second nature to you. And they are every bit worth your time. So when you invest the time with these exact steps, you will achieve an outcome that not only will be immediate for value, but will be lasting value because it's permanently archiving, not just on Facebook, but also within the search engines. And anytime that you deliver relevant and real-time information and consistent information full of keywords to the search engines, they will scrub your content more readily and bring you higher in the search results than any of your competitors who are a lot more staid or inconsistent. So, guys, thank you so much again for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Have a wonderful afternoon.